Okay, so we're back. Yeah, we did it again. So as you may or may not see from the board behind me, we are moving forward with Pallet number 3. So we are sitting here end of September, still in the crazy year that is 2020. There is still a global pandemic happening. We're in Canada, and we are hitting our second wave. So we're unfortunately starting to see the numbers climb again. So hope everybody's staying safe out there, and that you're taking care of yourselves and each other and following the guidelines as you need to. So, since we last updated a couple of things, we are almost at break-even point with the first two pallets combined. So we're, I think, about $200 short of breaking even on the about $2,000 we've spent on pallets so far. Uh, so we decided in the last few days to move forward and try our luck again. So funny slash frustrating story. So today is Tuesday. So on Friday, I'm working from home right now in my primary job, and I took a relatively early lunch. I go, a couple minutes early. And I was starting to make my lunch, and I just had the laptop, and I clicked refresh on the Restock Canada website, and suddenly there's a toy palette. And I'm like, okay, so I click on it, I start going through it, and like, wow, this is a great palette. I love this. It's got tons of Lego, which has been selling well. It's got some American Girl dolls, which we've been hoping to get our hands on because those are pricey and they sell well, especially for Christmas coming up. Uh, so I was really excited. So I'm like, let me just double check. Or sorry, first I checked the shipping, and the shipping is like $400. Like, oh my god, that's ridiculously expensive. Let's see if anything else popped up. So I went back to the main page, and suddenly there's like 6 pallets. I'm like, oh my god. So I open up all the different tabs, start going through, getting an idea of what we may or may not want to try out. And then I look back, and you know what? That first pallet, yes, the shipping is a bit more expensive, but the items I'm confident are going to sell quick and for high value. So I go through and add to cart and go to process the payment, and boom, it's gone already. Somebody grabbed it. I'm like, okay, lesson learned. Next time, maybe just jump on it. So I go to my next favorite one. Same thing. Go in, go to the pay, gone. Long story short, by the time I hummed and hawed over shipping costs, which was high, but I lost out on every single pallet. And my top out of the 6 or 7 pallets that were listed, there were definitely 2 or 3 that I was like salivating over. Whether it's because I think it could sell well, or one had, for example, a lunar Apollo 11 lunar landing orbital set, and like if nobody buys that, like that, for me, that's a fun one. So unfortunately, lost out on all those. So today's Tuesday, and I'm trying to get an idea now. So they tend to post things on Restock. I said, I'm gonna give it time because I want to, get some more. So there's a certain time that they tend to post between. So I started checking around that time, and sure enough, about 15 minutes after I was hitting refresh every few minutes, another toy palette popped up. In fact, 2 popped up. Uh, the first one I clicked on, yeah, the problem was there's a lot of one particular item, like 60 something units of one particular item that I don't know if I could have been able to sell that many of that item. So I didn't want to take that chance. The next one is the palette that we see here. So it is from Restock Canada, as mentioned. This one only has 70 units, but the difference is, as you see by the MSRP, we're still around that $3,000 MSRP mark at 3,019. But these items there's a lot more higher and closer to 100, even over $100 items on this palette. So it is a direct buy. The pallet cost was $754. Shipping was $189 and change, which is a bit higher than we've been seeing. Usually we're around 120 to 140, but there are some heavier items on this, so unfortunately we do have to pay that little bit extra. The tax is around $120. So we're all in on this one for $1,066.44. The per unit cost, as mentioned, is definitely higher at $15.23 per unit. Our first 2 pallets, we were around $10 a unit. So the cost we need to see back per unit is a bit higher. But if everything's coming back, if everything comes in the way that we hope, and what I mean by that is around 75% present. Now, we had really good luck with Restock the first time. 100% accuracy with the manifest. So if we see 100% accuracy of the manifest, and we're seeing no more than the 20% throwaway, which with the first pallet, we only saw maybe 15. So we keep under that 20. So if everything is in either brand new, unopened, brand new, opened, or, you know, gently used, we'll call it, there should be definitely that resale value. So we're talking the big ticket item in this one. There's a scooter, a Razor A5 Air kick something scooter. It retails for I think $170. So if that comes in, it's all there. There's no damage, especially if the box is still sealed. I'm posting for like $120 or $130. I haven't decided yet. So that's gonna be a big ticket item. So that's supposed to be almost a make or break, right? So if that's damaged, if that's bent, if that something is not right with that scooter, that's gonna take a good chunk out of our chance of being breaking even. Or making money, I should say. That should be a profit. There's also this LL glamper. Yes, glamper, not camper, glamper. So, you know, glamping. So with 55, I think, surprises inside of it. So retailing, I think at 140 it was. LL has been selling. We've had a few items so far, and they've sold within a day or two. I've had a couple of small ones that have been on auction, and they dollar auctions, dude. Hopefully nobody watches this too much locally. So yeah, like these things, these LL balls that surprises retailed for, I think I had the retail down of like $14 or $15, and I got over $20 on both of them on auction. So I'm over, like I made above and beyond retail and even cost of taxes. So sometimes dollar auctions pay off. Now we've also had dollar auctions not pay off, so you know, it comes and goes. So there's a couple of things like that. There's about 5 or 6 Lego sets. Well, there's 6 of one specific Lego set, and then another 5 or 6 above and beyond that. So all in all, lots of Lego, which has sold really well for us and really high value. Especially every set we've had except for one has been sealed, and that definitely brings in 75% of retail or more. There's a couple of electronic things that hopefully are working properly and there's no damage. So we're definitely hoping on some things, but there's some high-end retail. So we ended up spending about, after taxes, shipping, all that stuff, spending 35% of the MSRP in our cost to obtain. So far on the 2 pallets we've had previous, we're selling at about 60% of the MSRP on average per item. So if that holds true with hopefully at least 75 to 80% being high quality sellable items, we should hopefully make about $400, maybe even $500 above and beyond our investment. So making 50% of return, which is what we're on track to see with the first 2 pallets as well. So we will be shooting a unboxing. So this is Restock. So I think we'll be getting individual boxes again. So we'll be back in the warehouse, as they've called it. So we've kind of started to name roles to a degree. So my wife has become our graphic design and marketing department. So she has created our logo and pretty much was the one behind the brand of Off the Pallet North Bay. So she has designed that stuff and worked on that those ideas. I kind of call Doug the warehouse manager, because the warehouse that we have set up, so to speak, is in his house, and I'm always texting him or Kathy to track down items, take pictures for me. So they're kind of a warehouse and warehouse managers over there. And Kathy's definitely acting as a sales rep, so she's we're dividing and conquering on posting items on various sites. So we're each kind of the sales representative at this point. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you like this video and follow us so that you get updates as we go along. So today's a Tuesday. Most likely this pallet, I'm not sure if they're going to deliver on the weekend or not, but most likely, best case scenario, Friday at some point. Most likely, if they don't deliver on the weekend, Monday. And we will do a unboxing video at some point around that point, so early next week, if not the weekend after. But we're still so new at this that I'm still like just want to get into it. I want to, as soon as it's here, I almost want to drive over and just rip it open. But you know, we gotta have some patience sometimes. So once again, thank you, and stay tuned.